Hey everyone, welcome to Taqueando. I'm your host, Bill Esparza, and today we are going to the San Diego Food and Wine Festival. Today on the show, I got to talk to four amazing chefs, including Chef Rael Coronado of Savage in Tijuana and Una Más in San Diego, Chef Juan Cabrera from Casa Tijuana, and also Fonda Fina in Mexico City. From the Pueblo Mágico of Tecate, Chef Diego Vargas of the restaurant Asal, to talk about this town that you keep leaving off of your travels. You got to stop in Tecate. And last but not least, one of our favorites, and you'll see him on a future episode, Chef Carlos Gaytán from Paseo in Anaheim, Suco in Chicago, Ha in Playa del Carmen, coming to you soon. Oh, we have announcements from Chef. He's breaking news on new openings in the United States and Mexico. Always a wonderful experience when you go to his restaurants. But first, at Taqueando, eating antojitos is a way of life. From the world's most celebrated dining rooms to the gritty stands and storied market stalls that preserve culture. Life is short, so we must eat well. And here are this week's Antojitos rundown right from the festival itself. One of the best stops today was definitely Tijuanazo. Now, I've been to Tijuanazo in East LA. I've had it down in Hillcrest. And today, the Hillcrest branch was here at the San Diego Food and Wine Festival doing their tacos de adobada. They always put on a great show. And of course, I already know I like their food, but it's always nice to see when they show up to an event that they still deliver the flavor that I love. And their taco de adobada had all that wonderful sweet and spice in the adobo. The key to this taco is this crema de adobada, which is made with chives. So that plus their salsa roja is a perfect combo. It's a wonderful taco. Another favorite bite today from Chef Diego Hernandez at La Barra Conchita in Tijuana was the taco de atún. So it's a seared tuna with a wonderful little hummus beneath the tuna. An incredible taco, always great tortillas. You got to hit Barra Conchita when you're in Tijuana. It does not matter what food festival I'm at. If La Guerrerense is there and Doña Sabina is there, I always stop at that stand. It always hits. The tostada de erizo, sea urchin, which is a cooked and cooled sea urchin. And today they served it with a little bit of sea snail, caracol. Their wonderful salsa that they make from chiles in the garden, and La Jardín de Doña Sabina. I don't care what anybody says. You have to stop, if you're in Ensenada, to La Guerrerense, La Reina de la Tostada Mexicana, also a reina of salsas, an incredible selection of ceviches and salsas in combination that are unbeatable and unforgettable. Chef Rael, one of my favorite really the ultimate cross-border chef, had a tuna tostada. Now, tuna tostadas are very typical at food festivals and also in the restaurants between Tijuana and San Diego. This marinated tuna tostada with a burnt lime aioli on the bottom as a base. And of course, you know, they did it right. We check tostadas here, spread it to the edge. Lots of edging going on, the tuna on top, beautiful flavor. And it was a simple dish, but super satisfying. Our friend Chef Juan Cabrera from Casa Tijuana always mixes the chilango and the tijuanense. So you have a shrimp flauta. So flautas are very popular in Mexico City, and eating seafood is very much a Tijuana thing. So a shrimp flauta, it had a little machaca on top and a nice salsa, you know, with head on, tail on shrimp inside a flauta. Very Tijuana. I said Tijuana. I accidentally said Tijuana, but that was my combination of chilango and Tijuana at the same time. So, new word. Now, I was also at the festival yesterday. I went Saturday and today, Sunday. But my favorite bites from yesterday were Carlos Gaytán's tuna taco from Paseo in Anaheim. You know, Carlos Gaytán, you can go to any of his restaurants and have a great bite, great antojitos, great tacos, always creative, fun flavors. So go to Paseo, you got to get that. My only non-Mexican bite that I really, really loved that was like a standout for the entire festival was Eric Bo's crudo. Really amazing, but I was telling people for that crudo, it had a lot of sweetness on it, but the acid was in the liquid. So as long as you chased it with the liquid, you had an incredible complex bite, what we expect at the chef from Lilo. And that's it for the festival. Thank you, San Diego Food and Wine. Today, I also want to thank from Valle de Guadalupe, Cavas Valmar, which is actually in Ensenada. Valle de Guadalupe is in the municipality of Ensenada, to be clear. So for all you haters out there, shut up. They belong together. Cavas Valmar, and Adobe Guadalupe, which is in the Valle de Guadalupe proper. Both wineries kept my cup filled today with delicious whites and reds from the Valle de Guadalupe. A reminder that Taqueando is part of the Acquired Taste family. Be sure to tune into our sister podcast, the LA Food Podcast. This week, Luca is speaking with Ben Leventhal. Ben is the founder of Eater and Resi, and he's launching a new company called Blackbird. That drops on Friday. Tune in. And now, without further ado, vamos a taquear. I'm here at the booth for Una Más with Chef Rael Coronado, who is the ultimate cross-border chef. You were born in San Diego.
Yes, sir.
Grew up on both sides of the border.
Yes, I am.
And you have restaurants on both sides of the border. So you went to culinary art school,
yes,
right?
Correct.
So a lot of restaurants now in Valle de Guadalupe, all over Mexico, right?
Yeah.
Are graduates of this school, because obviously Baja California cuisine has such an influence all over Mexico, especially the mariscos,
yeah,
but also the tacos and so much more.
Of course.
But you know, you're still straddling both sides. You have this restaurant, you have Savage in Tijuana, which is like a wonderful brunch spot that sort of incorporates American cuisine as well,
we do
right?
the whole border thing.
You do a whole border thing.
Yeah.
And you also worked at Wormwood, you
Correct.
worked at Addison.
Yes, sir.
Where else have you worked?
Here in San Diego, I also
Juniper
did
and Ivy.
Juniper and Ivy.
You were at Juniper and Ivy, right?
Yes.
So this is kind of an amazing story. I would say that of all the Baja California chefs, you're kind of unique. Like, you're really this utility player that's, you know, still doing restaurants on both sides. So I want you to talk about that cross-border relationship, because you have a little bit of San Diego and your Mexican food, and you have plenty of Baja California on your restaurants.
Correct.
So how did you come to this sort of, you know, conclusion about the way you were going to do food?
Yeah, well, I always say this. It kind of starts when my family opens up the restaurant in TJ. So I kind of was like pushed into the whole restaurant scene.
What restaurant was that?
That's Casa de Coronados.
Okay.
Yeah, correct. So it's about to be 25 years old. And that's where it all started. My dad did a play like on Denny's, the whole brunch thingy, but adapted to Tijuana. So since I was young, I have that vision of doing, you know, Mexican-American cuisine.
So it's Denny's.
Yes.
But modern.
I say it's what type of food you guys do? I'm like, Denny's Tijuanense, you know?
Right, because obviously Mexico has the chains like Veeps and Sanborns and stuff.
All that stuff.
When people want to say like, what are the Mexican diners? So you have like a lot of diner culture.
Yes, I really do, and you kind of can tell in my food sometimes, because every now and then I throw like an over easy egg or something cool like that, you know?
Right.
But yeah, that's where it all started. Like the vision of doing like the cross-border started since I was very, very young. But then I decided to go to culinary school, and then I met this whole gastronomy world. So I started like growing and checking out all this food, working in Tijuana, working in Los Cabos, working in El Valle. And I was like 100% dialed in with Baja. But then I started working here when I came to open up Bracero with Javier Plasencia.
That's right.
And that's where
What was your position there?
I was just the lead line cook in the cold section.
Okay.
Yeah, and then started growing, but then went and did my own thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So was that your last restaurant before you opened your own concepts?
No, I did a couple of other spots. I did Puesto, then I did Juniper, a little bit of Addison, and then ended up at Wormwood, and then I did Savage.
That's an amazing like trajectory of all these really defining restaurants of the cross-border region. How is what's going on with tariffs and all these things affected your business being on both sides of the border?
Oof. Well, it's hard to say. Honestly, having the point of view of how Mexico is and then San Diego, you can compare it, but business is pretty hard right now to have like a nice following of customers. You do have to do these type of events. You know, it's any publicity that you can get.
Is it down on both sides right now?
It's down on both sides, yeah, correct.
Because obviously people that were coming from Mexico to come over and eat and hang out.
And we were saying that sometimes they want us to promote people to come to Mexico, but I mean, to be honest, it is pretty hard to cross and spend the same amount of money as in San Diego. You know, back in the day, 20 pesos was $1. Now it's going low.
Right, the peso has really affected things, right? I feel it a little bit, but I can see, I mean, even that, it's like, what, about 4 pesos off now? It's about,
right now it's $17.50, $1. Yeah.
Even 17 makes a huge difference from 20.
I just paid my kid's school 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, oh my God, like what? This wasn't it.
Right.
Crazy.
So this is obviously affecting things
Yes.
down on both sides of the border.
Both sides.
What is the local government's doing to try to kind of keep this together?
Well, in Tijuana and Baja, we're doing, like I said, these kind of events. You see the whole booth section of Baja, welcome to Baja. I was part of that too, trying to bring all the tourism and also working with the safety, although it's really hard in Mexico to like keep it nice and clean. Although there is a couple of strategies that they're doing to help us to bring more tourism.
Right.
Yeah.
And obviously the construction is also affecting things right now with the road.
Horribly. That bridge that they're building from the airport to Playas.
Yeah.
It's causing a lot of traffic. Even myself, I cross from Chula Vista to go to my house in Tijuana, and I used to do, 20 minutes. Now it's like an hour. And you think I'm lying, but it's like an hour from Chula Vista to my house in TJ.
I feel it too. Even like the Sentry line, when I'm walking through.
There's no more Sentry. It's the same.
I usually walk across, but you're right. It's even the walking line is getting more backed up. I used to just walk through and there was nobody, and now that's getting backed up. They're holding us, and then I'm hearing this from you about the car. So yeah, it does make it complicated for you guys.
Yeah, very complicated.
Moving forward, it's really just pushing into the United States right now with events.
Yes.
Are you guys going to be doing anything up in Los Angeles?
Not for now. We hope to
focusing on San Diego.
Yeah, right now San Diego, we're 4 months old. Yeah, so we're just 4 months old. Getting the restaurant started, doing these type of events, bringing people in. Making sure that they know who we are, what we're doing, and just getting ready for whatever comes through.
Yeah, I mean, eventually this is going to end, and we're going to get some kind of normalcy back between the way we cross the border on both sides. I keep going, but I am seeing, it's a little more complicated.
Yeah.
But honestly, the cuisine between these two places, the way San Diego does Mexican food is very unique. How would you say that San Diego Mexican food separates itself from other parts of like Los Angeles or Chicago?
I mean, you have the border, so you have guys like me or all of my good friends. You have Adrian from Tijuana, you have Danny Romero from Two Ducks, Danny from Warrenwood, that they're really close to the border and they have like that Mexican sazon. So, I mean, LA has great chefs too, but I mean, we have the border, and then sometimes also like people who cheat like us, we bring a couple of things, especially from Tijuana.
Right.
Hidalgo. Us, we're starting to bring, I mean, you saw the sauce. Salsa la perrona, we bring some chiles in, we bring some nixtamal also when we, do a little specials. And I mean, that makes a difference.
Okay, and since we're doing a commercial here, tell me about Salsa Perrona.
Salsa la perrona. So this was a project that my really good friend, Huicho Naranjo, started. And when I was, just a young chef, he's like, dude, help me make like dishes with the sauce. That way we could like promote it more. Sure thing. So I became like his left-hand guy. We did many events with it. We actually did an event with the Consul in LA. We promoted the sauce, and right now we're just trying to put it all over San Diego, LA, everywhere.
Okay, chiltepín, and what is this one?
Habanero.
Habanero.
Yeah.
The best chiles in my book.
Of course.
For spice
100%.
and flavor. Now, you being the ultimate cross-border chef, that's your new title, by the way.
Thank you.
Where do we eat Mexican food in San Diego, besides Una Más?
I'm going to tell you the truth. You're not going to like my answer because I'm...
No, I'm going to love it.
No, not really, man. I suck at that because of my father, I love Tex-Mex food. And
tell me. Come on, take us there.
So I would do Casa de Pico if you want to eat some nice Tex-Mex food.
Okay.
But also, if you want to eat authentic Mexican cenaduría style, Chula Vista on Main, there's a place called Pozole Doña María. That's the spot. If you want to eat Pozole Blanco.
Pozole Blanco. They're from Guerrero?
Yeah, Guerrero. Okay. Yeah. I trained jiu-jitsu in Alliance.
I've never been there, so I will take that rec.
It's great.
Okay. You got two more for us?
So, Tacos El Prieto, also on H Street, if I'm not mistaken.
What kind of tacos are those?
Tijuana style, of course.
So they're mariscos or
tacos de
carne
Tijuana,
asada?
Adobada.
Con el aguacate.
Aguacate, cebolla. And remember, it's called adobada. Don't say al pastor.
No, of course. We didn't do it.
And I would have to say one more. Uno más.
Una más.
Una más.
Okay, and what do we want to have at Una más? You have a great tostada today.
You have to have the ají tostada. And from my point of view, our signature dish is the crunchy taco with some duck confit in the middle. Finish it with onions, tomato, lettuce, some ranch, and salsa roja.
Go see Chef Rael at Una Más for wonderful. You got to go to San Diego for your Tijuana food.
Yes.
And then go to Savage for San Diego food in Tijuana.
Yeah. And Casa de Coronados too. You can
And
check,
Casa de
check that
Coronados,
mixture, too.
classic. And what's the order there?
Definitely machaca ranchera. And a lot of people get upset. They're like, "What? This isn't machaca." No, my friend, it's machaca ranchera. It's not machaca estilo Sonora.
Right. There are many
But
machacas.
There's so much dispute over that. People like literally, they're like, "What?"
Because they're from Sinaloa, they're from Sonora,
all that stuff.
and Mexicans are wonderfully open to their regions.
Yeah.
But they're very close to outside. It's like you guys. I mean, do you live in Tijuana right now or San Diego?
Both.
You live in both.
Yeah.
So you know in Tijuana, like when people order menudo, the people from Jalisco don't put grano.
Yeah.
But the Tijuanenses, you guys want the grano.
100%. Yeah.
And so there's like always that push and pull. But check out Chef Rael by Salsa La Perrona.
La Perrona.
And follow him on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I am here at the San Diego Food and Wine event with Chef Carlos Gaytán, who was here yesterday. Yep, that's right. Yesterday you were here with Paseo.
Yeah.
For those of you who have not been to Anaheim to try his restaurants, he's got Paseo, a modern Mexican restaurant. One of the two modern Mexican restaurants in LA besides Damian.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, it's true. It's
That's
true. And you also have Centrico, which is a bar there, which is super popular in downtown Disney.
Yes.
And Tiendita, which is a taqueria,
Yeah.
where you can get great tacos.
Everything to go.
Everything
Yeah,
to go, right?
Yeah.
Now, going back to when you first started, 2008, you opened Mexique, which was your first Mexican restaurant ever, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Because you came from
2008.
French cuisine.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I grew up cooking French cuisine, and when I decided to open my own restaurant, I want to do Mexican cuisine. And it was funny because I had to come back to Mexico and learn more about my Mexican gastronomy.
A Mexican,
Yeah.
born in Mexico,
Yeah.
who famously had this ridiculous situation where a non-Mexican chef was criticizing your tacos on a food show,
Yeah.
and you're like, I'm from Mexico.
Yeah, that's true.
We won't say any names, Roy Choi. But still in Chicago, you have Suco, which you opened, I want to say, right around the pandemic.
Before pandemic, 6 months early than pandemic.
6 months before the pandemic, which is still going strong.
Yes.
And a lot of that Suco cuisine is in Paseo.
Yeah.
And you also have I've been to all these places.
Yeah.
In Playa del Carmen.
Playa del Carmen, absolutely.
Now, we're also going to break some news here. Guys, we're breaking news today. We have new restaurants coming.
New restaurants coming.
In Texas.
In Paso, Texas, we have a cooking school. And we're going to incorporate the restaurant Cala. It's going to be more like Mexican, Mediterranean style, which is good.
Yeah.
And it's going to be something for the students to practice everything. So the students going to be running the restaurants.
And then you're opening in Cabo and Acapulco.
Yes. Actually, in Acapulco, for me, is hometown. And it's going to be to honor my mother. The restaurant called Tete is the name of my mother's, Tete Cocina del Alma. And basically, I'm going to have the opportunity to express myself through the cuisine that I grew up eating. There's very local cuisine, very guerrerense, and it's great because when you go to Acapulco, you don't find guerrerense cuisine. You just find like international cuisine, and I got confused with that.
Right, for fine dining.
Yes.
You can find it like in the fondas, but not in a fine dining setting.
Exactly. And so for me, just bringing the authentic Guerrero style cuisine, that's going to be very important to the next level.
Right, so those are coming in 2026.
Yeah.
We have Texas, Acapulco, and then Cabo. What's going to happen in Cabo?
Right inside Hotel San Regis. It's going to be a restaurant that's going to be everything Oriental of, the Baja cuisine with my style, with my touch, And I'm really excited because we're going to be basically using a lot of seafood. Everything that you can get right there. So
yeah.
And actually, I was talking to someone yesterday about me wanting to have like an oyster farm related to the restaurant.
I was there when you were having that conversation.
Yeah. But I wish I can do that because I really want to do this. Bring another experience to our customers, to people.
Yeah.
Just get oysters and great wine, and that's it.
So the one question I want to ask you is about today we're at this event that has obviously a cross-border restaurant presence. We have restaurants from Valle de Guadalupe, from Ensenada, from Tijuana, also San Diego. And there's this long relationship. Now, you don't have Valle restaurants, or maybe
No.
not yet.
Not yet.
But your presence in Los Angeles, Anaheim, is remarkable. But you have a very close connection to Valle de Guadalupe, especially the wines.
Yes.
So can you talk about how being in Baja, being in Tijuana, Ensenada, Valle de Guadalupe, how that influences your food in California?
You know what? I believe the ingredients themselves, they speak for themselves. It's the ones that drive me to get very familiar or very utilizing this local ingredients.
Yeah.
You know, it's an inspiration. The wine from Baja is amazing. And for me, I call it local. You know, because
How much of your wine list at Suco is Mexicano?
I have the biggest Mexican wine list in the whole U.S. and the number one.
In Suco,
With Suco.
but what about Paseo?
Paseo, we still struggle. Normally, it's another monster. We had to, go through so many people so we can get right there. Just showcase the Mexican wines. But in Suco, it's easy because I decide
Right.
what wines to put in my menu, and then I got the biggest wine list in the whole U.S.
Okay, so you have that at Suco, and you're bringing some of that at Paseo.
Yeah.
So how does that Baja cuisine and those wines influence your cooking here in the United States on this side of the border?
I love showcasing our talent, basically. The wines that we had in Mexico, they're amazing. They're well done. They won so many medals around the world, and for me, it's very important to show to our customers, how beautiful, connected we are, with everything. We not just on food, but on wines as well, and showcase this to people. For me, it's just like showcase that we are really good in Mexico, and everything that we do. We have a great talent, people, great chefs, great wineries, great everything. So it's super important for me just to have those on my list.
Yes, and every Mexican chef, whether you're on this side of the border or in Mexico, you're both.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But Mexican wines are always present.
Yeah.
And also the seafood traditions of Baja California are always there, and
Yeah.
your techniques, right?
Yes. Actually, even in my restaurant in Playa del Carmen, we do have 2 wine lists, and both of them there are just Mexican wines.
Right.
Yeah, so you got premium Mexican wines and you got just regular Mexican wines. All depends on what you want to get. And obviously, even in we bring all the seafood from Baja. We export, every week, like every Saturday, we got at least 150 pounds tuna, fresh tuna that we utilize. It's just amazing. We do a lot of almejas, mejillones, everything,
Yeah. No, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember the brunch.
Yeah, the brunch
Is amazing.
It's amazing. Best brunch in Mexico.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm a big follower of your cooking for a while now, and really, I think that one dinner at Suco was my first experience.
Okay.
And it was right out of the pandemic, right? It was
Yes.
anniversary dinner.
Absolutely.
And so since then, I've had the opportunity to go to all these places. So I recommend, if you're in Playa del Carmen, go to Suco in Chicago, go to Paseo Céntrico and Tiendita in Anaheim.
Yes.
Now, the last thing I want to ask you is, you're the most important Mexican chef in the second most important Mexican market, being Chicago. You're in LA. So, what are the best taquerias and street food? Give us a little taco tour and street food tour of Chicago, like 3 or 4 places.
I always says, you want to find a really good taco, go to Chicago. We want to get the best taco al pastor. We got Ruby's Tacos. They make blue corn tortilla right there. You
Okay.
have to wait for them to make handmade tortillas. And tacos al pastor, they're really beautiful balance. And one taco is good enough because they're huge.
Son tacote.
Some tacote that's like, I don't know, like maybe 12 ounces of meat.
Okay.
That's a huge taco. And obviously, best carnitas is not in Michoacán, it's Carnitas Uruapan in Chicago.
Okay.
They got amazing carnitas. Zaragoza, they got the best birria.
I think that's one of the best in the United States, right?
Yeah,
It's very
yeah.
special.
Very special. Now you want to get the best quesadillas, go to Suco. I got this kid that has done so many amazing jobs. I believe he's been working for years in birria, and he makes best quesadilla. He takes the time to make sure the tortilla are crispy and it has bite to it. It's really good. Even when in Suco, I get excited and I always order one quesadilla.
Yeah. Okay. And Suco. And at Paseo, you have honestly, one of the best fine dining. I said I had one more question, but I lied. I have one more than extra.
No, okay.
But your cochinita.
Ooh.
That,
yeah.
like a lot of chefs do fine dining cochinita, and it's always sort of like, okay,
yeah.
I'd rather have it in the street. But there's something very special about yours.
Yeah.
That's not Yucatan style.
It's not Yucatan
it's
style.
Guerrerense style.
It's Guerrerense.
So can you tell me about, that's, to me, if you go to Paseo, you have to, I always tell people, you have to get the cochinita. Tell me about that dish.
Well, that cochinita is very special. That's my mother's recipe. And I remember one day, I'm going to tell you really quick the story. I went home and I cooked for my brothers, my mom, and I did cochinita pibil the way that they taught me, the masters, and the Riviera Maya. And everybody was quiet. And I had to ask my mother, hey, Mom, how's my cochinita? And she's like, my dear son, tomorrow I will cook for you my cochinita pibil. And I'm like, ouch. The next morning I wake up, I went with her to the market, and I saw the preparation. It's way different than cochinita. This cochinita guerrerense is a base of tepache, basically. It's pineapple vinegar. It has avocado leaves that gives these beautiful aromas and perfumes.
Which is not in the cochinita in Yucatan.
No, that's not. Cinnamon, almonds, chile, guajillo, but it brings this brightness of the cochinita. Cumin, garlic, black peppercorn. It's just beautiful.
And what's in the beans?
And the beans is pork lard and avocado and avocado leaves as well.
Also.
So pork lard, garlic, and avocado leaves.
It's beautiful. A perfect presentation. The beans on the bottom. I always tell chefs, if you're gonna do cochinita, you got to look at the one at Suco and Paseo.
Yeah.
With the way you do the beans.
Yeah.
The richness of the cochinita.
Yes.
That's like nobody can deny that part of it. Like they can say, well, this is not okay. Yeah, it's not Yucatan, but the flavors are so complex and beautiful.
Beautiful.
Great tortillas.
Yeah.
A nice spicy salsa. So that's our recommended
and the
dish.
pico cebollitas on it. Oof, yeah.
Okay. Thanks for talking with me today. Hey, I'm going to see you on the 19th. Real quick, tell everybody about your chef series that you do.
Yeah, normally every 4 months we celebrate a dinner just to bring friends together, and we bring chefs. This time, Chef Rudy, he's going to bring one of his best friends to cook with us. So, and sometimes we bring chefs from Mexico, and then we just love cooking. And it's part of, bringing some of the, so people can know new chefs are coming.
Yeah, you had Fatima, who makes your tortillas, your masa.
On masa, yeah.
And then you had Gabi Ruiz. So for this next series, you got the Loreto chef, Paco Moran, coming in. And so that's a friend of what's the name of your executive chef?
It's Rudy Lopez.
So it's one of his friends this time, right?
Yes.
So I've been to every dinner, I think. Yeah. So I'm not going to miss this one.
No, please. No, don't.
What are we drinking that night?
Wines.
Okay. The
All
Mexico?
Mexican wines, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll see you there.
So we figured out what brand we were going to bring, and then we just celebrate.
Gracias, chef.
Gracias.
I'm at the Casa Tijuana booth with Chef Juan Cabrera, who you started your career in Mexico City, yes?
Yes.
Now, where were you before you opened Fonda Fina?
2 years in Puyol and Quintonil, and my first days in a kitchen was in El Cardenal in Mexico City.
Oh wow!
Yes, wonderful flavors here.
So do you have a lot of that inspiration in your cooking?
Yes, Mexican and traditional food. Yeah, because they have wonderful flavors, and it's a traditional for this reason. For me, I like a lot these flavors.
So coming out of Puyol, El Cardenal, Quintonil, you opened Fonda Fina, which is one of the early sort of Mexican chefs doing a more casual concept, right?
Yes.
Using Mexican flavors, national flavors.
Mexican national flavors, and now Mexican Fonda Fina have 10 years.
Felicidades.
Thank you. It's a lot of work and a different concept, because the fonda is so special in Mexico because it's so simple, but the food are so strong and the flavors and the concept is so different.
Yeah, and you also brought that cooking to Casa Tijuana,
Yes.
which has now been how many years? Casa Tijuana?
5 years. Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah. The time is.
But you spend more time down here now.
Yes.
You live here.
Yeah, I live in Tijuana, and I love it Tijuana because have the mix for U.S. concept and Mexican food, and for the reason is for me the best place in the world, Tijuana.
Right, the ingredients, the seafood.
Yes, because the nature, the people is amazing. Yeah, for me the people.
It's a good audience.
Yes.
It really has grown into a restaurant city, right?
Yes.
Because if you go back to the 90s and the early 2000s,
Yes.
you didn't have so much like modern dining. You didn't have a lot, but now there's like so many types of restaurants.
Yes.
And fine dining and different types of cuisine, innovative cooking, casual, vegetarian, tacos,
yeah,
right?
The street food is so special.
It's one of the best street foods.
Yes.
I would say that along with Mexico City, Tijuana is equal, and especially with mariscos, right?
Yes, for me it's so different, the three types of the city and the food. I never, for me, never are a winner. Each one is different and special.
Right.
Because the flavors and the ingredients and the people make the special food. The people in Mexico City are so special, and his food are special.
Right.
Are the same in Tijuana and I don't know in Monterrey or in Sinaloa. It's a mixture.
Right. Yes, they have those influences coming from Sinaloa, Sonora, and even Jalisco a little bit, right?
Yeah, for the birria.
Right.
The birria in Tijuana
Which
is...
changed to beef.
Yes. It's so different because don't use the lamb, but it's so different, the flavor and the recipe. For me, is not a traditional like Jalisco, and I don't know, have a wonderful flavor.
You know what? That's what I think it is really the flavors.
Yes.
Like when people, there's obviously there are states that have these long traditions, but when you go to Tijuana, you get flavor.
Yes.
And you get seafood that's spicy.
Yes.
And lots of adobos and salsas and really wonderful flavors in the cooking. So how do you as a Chilango coming to Tijuana experience that at your restaurant? Like, so obviously you have this national cuisine,
Yes.
but you're also bringing a little bit of Tijuana to Casa Tijuana.
Yes. Well, when the people comes to my restaurant, have a Chilango flavors. Yes, because have a flavors like when I was a child, for my mom's flavors, and different techniques for another restaurant. But I know for me the recipe is my secret is to know what is your favorite flavor. For me, for this reason,
Right.
Yes, it's not my flavors, but the flavor like you. For me, this is the secret to cook.
For the audience.
Yes,
Cooking
yes.
for the customers.
Yeah.
And what types of spice, what types of chiles, what types of ingredients
Yes.
appeal to them.
Yeah.
Like Tijuana, people say it has no tradition, but it obviously does.
Yeah.
And they're just younger, but they're very solid, right?
Yeah.
Like people, their adobada is very different than
Yeah.
al pastor in Mexico.
So different,
And
yeah,
the birria
yeah.
is different, the way
Yeah.
they eat it, and the seafood. Even Tijuana has seafood traditions that they don't have in Ensenada.
Yeah.
It's like it has its own thing going on, right?
Yes.
So I want to ask you, since you're a Tijuana resident and this, chef of this, what year did you open? You opened Fonda Fina 10 years ago, so you've been around a long time.
Yes.
You were in the the most famous fine dining
Yes.
restaurants in Mexico City.
Yeah.
So where do you like to go get tacos in Tijuana?
For me, the best place is for the birria is Chinonos.
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 What colonia are they in?
It's close to the Big Boy.
Okay.
Yes, the name is Nathan. It's close to the downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's between in Tijuana City.
Chinonos.
Chinonos.
For
It's
birria.
Birria, oven birria
Okay.
from the oven. And the other, the vaquero.
Oh, El Vaquero for
the vaquero.
carne asada.
Yes, because it's a different concept
It is.
Yes, and mix the tuétano with or the bone marrow with
Picaña, yeah.
and another meat. And the other, I like a lot of the meat when you use the broil, and for this reason I like it's close to the stadium Sonora beef tacos, and use a charcoal, and for this reason have a different flavor.
Okay, but you don't remember the name.
Not use the steam or another technique. Use the charcoal, and for this reason have a different flavor.
You don't remember the name? Look it up.
I order it every day for the Uber Eats, and here are the name. It's wonderful, these tacos, and the name is Taco en Todo. Taco en Todo.
Taco en Todo.
Taco en Todo.
Okay, Taco en Todo.
It's wonderful because for me the best taco for me is with use the chicken, the chicken legs or the thighs.
Okay.
It's wonderful because have a good flavor and the texture to mix the meat and ¿cómo se dice el cuerito
the pork rind.
Yes. For this reason, I love
So
it.
it's got chicken and pork rind?
Yes.
Okay, como un campechano.
Yes.
Tipo, okay, so those are your three.
And done in a lot of the taquerias, I have a chicken taco.
A lot of people don't know that like chicken tacos are popular in Baja, like fried chicken, right?
Yes.
At the Tacos Varios.
Yeah.
Do you have a Tacos Varios spot you love?
Yes, it's close to the hospital when was my child born. I don't know. I don't remember the name.
What's the name of the hospital?
Mujer y el Niño.
Okay, so there's Tacos Varios place in front.
It's close to Comasa.
Okay.
It's the other corner.
Okay, you guys are gonna have to. We can't give you everything. You're gonna have to find this one.
Yeah.
And what are the guisados you like there?
The guisados is in the other avenue. It's close to the
No,
Office Depot.
los varios son guisados. But what are the guisados you like?
For me, it's the chile relleno.
The chile relleno.
Yeah, is my favorite. And,
Puro chile? No.
Only chile.
Okay.
Only chile. With matcha sauce. I mix the matcha sauce, chile relleno, and habanero. 3 types of chile in one taco. For me.
Okay, so we've talked about this on the podcast before. Yep.
Yeah.
People, you gotta combine your salsas to get the flavor, right?
Yes,
Not just one salsa.
Yes.
So combine your salsas, get the heat, get the flavor, get the spice on one, right? That's how a chef does it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The other one, maybe for me, is the milanesa. Milanesa with
¿De res o de cerdo?
De pollo.
O de pollo.
De pollo.
Chicken milanesa.
Yeah, chicken milanesa with and combine pork in green sauce.
Okay.
Yes, when you mix this one or
The puerco en salsa verde o chicharrón.
And you combine two textures.
Right.
The crispy milanesa and the soft chicharrón with green sauce are so special. You need to combine these textures.
Right, it's almost like pasta.
Yes,
like a pasta like flavor, like consistency, right? So that's another Tijuana insider tip. You got to combine your guisados a milanesa on the base with a guisado puerco en salsa verde or chicharrones en salsa verde on top, and then maybe a salsa if you want.
I put habanero for everything.
Habanero.
Yes.
For the heat.
Yes.
Eso es muy chilango. Okay, you guys in Mexico City, we don't care about the gringos and the gentrifiers. We want to keep the habanero on the taco, right?
Yes. In one occasion, I try one habanero in my box and eat it in each restaurant. Don't have pepper or
He travels with his own habaneros in case they don't bring the heat.
I need to feel that spicy. I don't know.
I agree. I like the heat, the flavor, and the habanero's a wonderful flavor.
Yeah.
So if you're in Tijuana, go to Casa Tijuana for a unique experience of Tijuana food through the eyes and palate of a chilango, and also Fonda Fina when you're in Mexico City. You're in Roma Norte?
Roma Norte, the Medellin 79 is a street.
And it's a wonderful place to try masa. Everybody's got those molino concepts, but you have that in your restaurant.
Yes.
You have all those the sopes and
sopes,
memelas.
pollos, and
Tlacoyos.
peneques.
Todo.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chef Juan.
Thank you, Phil.
So I'm now at the Asal booth with Chef Diego Vargas of Asal Restaurant at the Hotel
Santuario Diegueño?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. And you've been there for a while.
Yeah. I bring for today.
¿Cuántos años tiene en el hotel?
I began again because I go back. So I back in March to 2025. Maybe 8 months.
Oh, only 8 months.
Exactly.
You're the new chef.
Yeah, I'm the new chef in Santuario Diegueño.
Okay, but the restaurant has been around for a while.
Yeah, the restaurant have 20 years.
Okay.
For the next year, that is 20th anniversary. Yes.
When did you have the 20th anniversary?
In January.
In January.
January 2026.
So before you took over.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, that's news to me. This restaurant's a classic. It's been there. It's the most popular spot in Tecate.
Exactly.
Tecate is the other border people don't talk about as much as Tijuana, of course.
Exactly.
A lot of people use the Tecate border to cross after they go to wine country, para cruzar.
Sí.
Pero hay puntos.
Yeah, I think because the Tecate is in the middle of the state, it's a part of for all the transit from Ensenada, Mexicali,
Right.
and Tijuana. That's different.
But it has its own gastronomy, its own traditions.
Exactly. Tecate have his own gastronomy. The chefs we cook in Tecate, we cook delicious and respect all the traditions.
Yeah,
for
because
cooking.
right. So you guys don't have what we'll find in Tijuana, Ensenada, Valle de Guadalupe does not. Tecate has its a very separate type of food traditions. You have the best bakeries in all of the state.
Yes.
So you're famous for that. Also, there's a wine route.
Exactly. The Tecate have a great place in the state because that have more meters of the sea.
Yeah.
So versus Valle de Guadalupe, so that have great taste for the wine.
Now, what are 3 wines that you really love to serve in your restaurant?
We serve the Casa Veramendi.
From Tecate.
Yeah, Casa Veramendi, Encino de Piedra, y Beach.
Beachy.
Yeah, Beach.
Which is probably the most famous wine from Tecate.
Is
or one of the more well-known.
It's
one of the more well-known.
Exactly.
That you find it in
because Encino de Piedra is a great winery too.
Right. Okay. Well, that's insider stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what we're getting here today. And so, what changes have you made to Asao since you took over the kitchen?
I think my own gastronomy proposal is Mediterranean.
Okay.
Mexican with Mediterranean kitchen. So, my favorite flavors is the balance between two fusion of the gastronomy.
Right, and a lot of people might not know that Mediterranean cuisine has a long tradition. There's the climate. It's a Mediterranean climate, where the wines are being grown. But there have been people from Morocco that have opened restaurants, like in Valle de Guadalupe. There was always some kind of presence there. There is some of this Mediterranean tradition.
Exactly, because it's from to the Baja Med.
Right.
But I like to the Chinese food, the Japanese food. But in my own gastronomy proposal, is I don't add a lot of the Oriental gastronomy.
Right, so you're leaning more towards the Mediterranean side of this Baja Med and not using the traditional Asian condiments and things that a lot of the chefs do.
Not a lot of, but I use just a little bit.
So what are some typical dishes that you're very proud of there at Asao?
We have tiradito with artichoke and different brassicas of the
And what kind
garden.
of fish is that?
Yeah, it's tuna.
Tuna, okay.
It's tuna. So also we have the white fish with cream, cilantro creamy.
Okay.
With quinoa and matcha sauce.
Okay.
It's a really nice dish.
All right. And then what are some places that you like to eat in Tecate? I actually wrote a guide to Tecate for a eater, but I'm sure yours is better than mine. So
Yes.
what are some like street food stands or restaurants you like to go in Tecate to take visitors?
So Tecate have a lot of restaurants, but you can make like a circuit in Tecate. You can begin in Nassau, after the Lugar de Nos, Ensamble 43, Amores, por supuesto, con Marcelo.
Amores is here today too, right?
Yeah, it's here.
Yeah.
It's here. It's in the VIP.
Right.
Yeah, so for visit the street food, we have different tacos, the Los Primos.
Los Primos, what do they do?
It's in the Revolución.
Pero qué tipo de taco?
It's like a CDMX tacos.
Oh, it's
The
Mexico
Ciudad de
City.
México-
Oh, okay.
Mexico City's tacos. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. With,
¿Como
the-
tacos a la plancha?
No,
¿O
no,
son de como de fritanga o?
Exactly.
Okay, so suadero.
Suadero,
Okay.
exactly. Suadero, tripa, chorizo, that's cooked in all the oil in the oven.
Okay. And what about for mariscos?
Maybe, ¿puedo say? La Tostadota se llama? Sí, ¿no? En Tecate. La Tostadota is a great place for eating the mariscos.
Okay, and it's tostadas.
Sí, that's tostadas, ceviches, aguachiles, everything.
Okay, so what do you want to say to the people? Like everybody goes to the Valle de Guadalupe, a lot of people go to Tijuana, but Tecate is very convenient for either coming on your way
Exactly.
or on your way back. So they're going to stay at the hotel and they're going to go to your restaurant. And what do you want to say to these people that are missing out on Tecate?
So visit us, make a stop in Tecate and enjoy all the magic town.
It's a Pueblo Mágico,
Exactly,
right?
yeah,
and
it's a Pueblo
it's the
Mágico.
only one in that region of Baja California. ¿Hay otros?
No, es de... ¿Hay otro pueblo mágico? No hay, ¿no?
No, es el único, sí.
It's the only in Tecate, yeah.
Right.
It's the only magic town in the country which is in the border.
It's the only Pueblo Mágico on the border.
Exactly.
It's got
in Mexico.
It's great for wine tasting.
Exactly.
You know, it's great for
north
food.
door for the wine in Mexico.
Yeah, I love the idea, me personally, of either on my way after Valle de Guadalupe, stopping for a day and staying the night, one more night, right? Coming across on a
You can take
on a weekday.
You can sleep in Tecate in different hotels, which we have. So at the morning you can go to take a breakfast in the Cafecito Tres Estrellas or in the Ciclo in a South restaurant. The Sundays, only the Sundays we have the brunch. So after you can walk in all the streets in Tecate. And after you can eat in Mamores and some you can make a great gastronomy circuit for maybe 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
Just for it.
I agree, just for food.
Just for
And
food.
to enjoy a real Pueblo Mágico.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
The traffic is so slowly.
Yeah,
so
it's
the
a
line
calm-
is-
it's a calm
is
city, it's
very,
relaxed.
Very calm. Exactly.
Come relax in Tecate.
Come relax in Tecate.
Thank you, Chef Vargas.
Thank you.
So I'm here with La Reina de la Tostada Mexicana, not just Ensenada, but all of Mexico. Also, una reina de salsas.
Gracias, hijo, gracias.
¿Y cuántos años tiene la guerrerense?
La carreta tiene 65 años.
65 years, okay? 65 years, guys. And empezó con su
Mis suegros.
mother-in-law and 4 generations of ceviche masters. And it started with el ceviche de pescado, ¿sí? Es el original.
El original es el de pescado, pero algo de erizo, bacalao, pulpo, almeja, camarón, de todo.
Yeah, so the typical tostada from Ensenada is a ground fish, ground tuna ceviche, but Doña Sabina added all these incredible seafood items over the years. And if you guys haven't been, I mean, I don't know how you haven't been to La Guerrerense, but you have to go. It's in centro de Ensenada, está en el centro, mero centro.
Primera y Alvarado.
Primera y
Y
Alvarado streets, first in Alvarado. ¿Cuántos ceviches hay?
14 tipos de ceviche
14 types of ceviches.
y 16 tipos de salsas.
16 types of salsa. The salsas are from her backyard. Son los chiles de su casa.
Estos sí son los chiles de mi casa, de mi jardín.
Sí, otros son
Del
mercado.
Sí.
Sí, claro que sí. But this combination of salsas and ceviche is unbeatable. You have to go to La Guerrerense. Okay, y también Sabina.
Sí.
¿Y-
Sabina va
y
a
qué
cumplir
más?
50 años, en abril cumple 50 años en Ensenada y trabajando con la guerrerense también. Si Dios
Increíble.
quiere. Increíble.
Y también es mi familia.
Ah, es mi hijo.
Sí, I'm her son, of course. Pinche hijo de la tostada.
Hijo de la rechingada, pero no tostado.
Ok, ¿y esto qué es?
Este
¿Es
es
erizo?
erizo con caracol, lleva aguacate, la salsa del secreto de la suegra, que es pico de pájaro con japonés y limón. Y esta es de cacahuate, nuez, almendras, ajo, aceite de oliva. Que chilito de qué cosecho yo. Por eso le puse de mi jardín.
A ver, one of the best bites you'll ever have. Gracias.
Gracias a ti, mi hijo, muchas gracias. Te quiero mucho.
Te quiero mucho.
Yo también.
Thank you for tuning in to the Taqueando podcast this week. And be sure to tune in next week for another episode. And please leave us a rating or review wherever you listen to your podcasts.